Today we're gonna look at what made Elliot Rodger an incel. So he actually scored surprisingly well in his facial harmony. I couldn't find his side profile, like I couldn't find a good picture, so I just did his front profile. And this is a top 6% frontal facial harmony. This is really good. This is higher than a lot of people in the population, including looksmaxxers and a lot of celebrities. I feel like there's no reason why Elliot Rodger should have been an incel. Like knowing that he's not an ugly dude, we can see that he's not an ugly dude. He's around like average. He was also 5'9" allegedly, and with a face like this and a height with 5'9", 175 centimeters, like he could have got a girl if he like really wanted to. And I think the reason why he was an incel because of his toxic mindset. We all know like what Elliot Rodger did, and it's because of his toxic mindset. Like I don't want to be too red pilled or blue pilled, but his mindset did really fuck him up. Like if he really like changed the way he viewed women and just like the world in general, he definitely could have got a girl and got into a long-term relationship. But his front harmony being a 7 isn't quite accurate to his overall face rating when we include the 4 pillars of facial attractiveness. His misc is pretty good hairline, good eyebrows, eyebrow density, pink full lips, and good skin. But like his dimorphism is like low because he kind of looks boyish. His angularity could be better. So overall, just for his front profile, I'll give him a 5.25. So around average, like I said. By the way, if you guys want this for yourself, if you want to know how attractive you really are, press my link in the pinned comments. We can get into his front ratios. His biggest deductor was his nose bridge to nose width. This is a new ratio that faceiq Labs got developed. His nose bridge is too narrow. So if you were to fix this, he would get a higher score and that would improve his facial harmony. One at part test, his PFL is low, so he gets this off. His next biggest flaw was his mouth to nose width ratio. We can see that his mouth is too narrow as it indicates here in faceiq Labs. If I were to fix his mouth, he would get a lateral commissuroplasty or a palate expander. This would fix his ratio. Yeah, it would reach a 10 out of 10. And this ratio confirms that he has a narrow mouth. So his mouth should ideally be right where the pupils are. He has an overly compact face. He has a short face, and his face is really wide. So how we would fix this is by getting a Bimax double jaw surgery with downgrafting. So kind of like what Clab is doing. If I were to put his chin a bit lower, that would improve his score. And we can see that it should be a bit more lower. Yeah, that would improve it. You guys get the point. So his ears aren't flared enough. This is a rare flaw to have because most people, when they have like their issues with their ears in terms of harmony, their ears are too flared. But Elliot here, his ears aren't flared enough. So if I were to fix that, if I were him and I had to fix that, I would just like cut the side a bit shorter so that ears are more visible, and I would grow out the top. Deviation of lips lateral angle and jaw frontal angle is off because his lips lateral angle is a bit too acute. It should be more like that. Yep. Neck width, he has a narrow neck. It should be more wider to give a more masculine dominant look. These are his facial thirds. He has a long mid face, which actually contributes to his lips lateral angle being off. So ideally, these two should be switched. His mid face 35% should be where his lower third is, and the 33.5% for his lower third should be how long his mid face is. Eyebrow low setness, he has medium low set eyebrows. It should be closer to his eyes. Jaw slope, he has rounded eyes. It should be a bit more compact. So he gets this ratio off because if you guys remember, his PFL was a bit too narrow. So if you were to do this, if you were to get a medial canthoplasty, or known as medial epicanthoplasty, he would fix a ratio here. He has an overly compact face, so he doesn't get this. His eyebrows should be more horizontally longer, and I can show you guys here. If his eyebrows were like, let's say it ended like there, and then this one also ended like around here, he would have ideal brow length to face width ratio. Eyebrow tilt, his eyebrows are too positively tilted. His canthal tilt, it's actually too high. So that's part of the reason why he looks kind of crazy also. Like low PFL, his just whole eye area in general. Like low PFL, excessive positive canthal tilt makes him look kind of weird AI-ish. And anything else interesting? His lower lip should be more fuller than his upper lip. His jaw can be wider. His ESR is fine. It's perfect. Chin to philtrum is fine. Cheekbone height, he has high set cheekbones. Good cupid's bow depth. So to summarize what Elliot Rodger has, he has ideal forehead width, ideal cupid's bow depth, well positioned, high set cheekbones. And for his areas of improvement, he has an overly compact face shape, as we talked about it. You know, he can get a cheekbone reduction surgery, which isn't ideal, but I think the better way to fix it, as I talked about, is getting double jaw surgery with downgrafting. Narrow mouth, PFL is too small. Yeah, that was it for the video, guys. If you guys want this software for yourself, if you want to know how attractive you are, if you want to know how attractive your favorite celebrities, influencers, looksmaxxers are, you guys can press my link in my pinned comments or in my description. If you guys get this software, you guys can get all your 60 ratios to know how attractive you are, and you guys can get your plan and potential here. If you guys did your side profile, which I didn't do here for Elliot Rodger, you guys will be able to see your potential and how you can reach that potential with the tailored looksmaxxing plan.